Not to be broadcast is brought to you by Vibe.ng.
In the last episode of NTBB, we talked about the death and burial of the former Nigerian Chief of Staff, Abba Kyari, who died of coronavirus. Now, more stories have popped up, all of which insinuate that the circumstances surrounding Malam Abba Kyari's death as told to us by the government may just be false. According to a Twitter user simply known as Truthfully83, Abba Kyari did not die on the 17th of April 2020, nor was he buried the day after. Contrary to the information that he was transferred to a hospital in Lagos for treatment, the late Chief of Staff was said to have been transported by air ambulance to the ICU of Wellington Hospital, St. John's Wood, London. This, of course, went against the restriction on international flights placed by the government, hence the need to lie about it. It is said that due to underlying health conditions like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure, the Chief of Staff's health became extremely critical, leading to his demise on Thursday, the 2nd of April 2020. Further corroborating this story is the fact that Kemi Olunloyo posted a cryptic tweet on the same day mentioning that a member of Buhari's cabinet had passed on. According to the Twitter narrator, Kyari's body was cremated following NHS COVID-19 guidelines, leaving the government with no corpse and more lies to cook up about the Chief of Staff's death. There are also allegations that the incident of fires that gutted the Treasury House, the CAC, and the INEC offices were all planned moves to conceal various incriminating evidence against the government, with hopes to tie anything else to the dead Chief of Staff. So, who was then buried in the coffin that was claimed to hold the body of Abba Kyari? Kemi Olunloyo believes that it is one of the bodies of Abba Kyari's allies who he had infected with the virus just before isolation. The hospital in Lagos that Abba was said to have died in have denied the claims. The reports of the NCDC on their claimed day that Abba Kyari was said to die do not tally with the Chief of Staff's case, and it all boils down to the fact that we are living in a big fat joke of a country. Like, why make rules if you break the rules, and why tell lies when your actions backfire? If these claims are true, then we're reminded of the same way Yar'Adua's death was hidden from Nigerians for many, many weeks. The comment section is open for your opinions and observations. What are your first thoughts on this nationwide mess? And what do you guys think this means for us as a country, particularly in these critical times?
For more sizzling gist and interesting trends, kindly follow us across all our social media platforms on Vibe.ng.